The road to wealth isn't paved with massive breakthroughs. It's built with tiny decisions that most people ignore. Not leaps, not luck, but microscopic, invisible, consistent action. The people living your dream life, the ones with freedom, influence, and financial power, they didn't get there by accident. They mastered something deceptively simple, the 1% rule. No gimmicks, no hype, just the compounding effect of getting a little bit better every single day. Now here's the brutal truth. Most people never succeed, not because they aren't smart, but because they chase intensity and ignore consistency. They want transformation overnight. But the winners? They know the real game is played in the shadows, long before anyone's watching. Today, we break down how the 1% rule can reshape your habits, your mindset, and your bank account. You're not here to stay average. Let's begin. From the moment we're old enough to chase dreams, we're sold a fantasy. Think big. Go hard or go home. Grind like your life depends on it. And while intensity feels exciting, it rarely sticks. Because intensity is exhausting. It burns hot, then burns out. So people sprint for 7 days and crash for 70. They start a business, a diet, a new routine, but the moment life throws a curveball, they fall off. Why? Because they built their success plan on motivation, not systems. And motivation is like caffeine. Feels good, then crashes hard. Here's the deeper issue. Most people are trapped in an all-or-nothing mindset. If they can't do it perfectly, they don't do it at all. One missed gym session, they quit for a month. One bad spending day, they say, screw the budget. This mindset is a trap, and it's why 95% of people plateau. But the elite, the top 5%, play a different game. They don't chase perfection. They chase consistency. They don't bet on willpower. They build systems. And their greatest tool, a tiny shift, repeated daily. The 1% rule. The tip? That's what people see. The wealth, the freedom, the results. But the mass underneath, that's built from boring, repetitive, invisible effort. Reading when no one's watching. Saving when it's not glamorous. Showing up when it feels pointless. That's where success is forged. But here's the kicker. It's not even the big daily moves that matter most. It's the small ones, repeated relentlessly. That's the secret your feed won't tell you, and the truth most people never see coming. Why most people never build wealth. You're not stuck because of one massive failure. You're stuck because of 1,000 tiny decisions that added up over time. Every time you snoozed your alarm, skipped the gym, ignored your budget, scrolled instead of learning, that was a 1% decline. Not life-ruining in the moment, but dangerous over months and devastating over years. Here's the truth. You don't become broke overnight. You don't become unhealthy overnight. You don't lose purpose overnight. You drift there, one unconscious habit at a time. And most people don't wake up until it's too late. But if bad habits compound, so do good ones. And that's where your leverage begins. The 1% rule is this. Improve your habits, decisions, or actions by 1% each day. That's it. 1% might sound tiny, but over time it creates exponential change. Mathematically, if you improve 1% daily, you're not just 365% better by year end. You're 37 times better. Let that number hit. Imagine a version of you that's 37x more focused, 37x more disciplined, 37x more financially intelligent. And you got there by doing less than you thought, but more consistently than anyone else. It's the opposite of hustle culture. It's not about burnout. It's about building brick by brick. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get it, but what does 1% better actually look like in my real life? Good question. Because it's not about doing more. It's about doing smarter. Let's turn this idea into action. The 1% system for success and wealth. Step 1. Start with identity, not outcome. Don't say, I want to be rich. Say, I'm the kind of person who builds wealth every day. We act according to our identity, not our goals, not our wishes. When you become someone who shows up daily, the results are inevitable. Step 2. Set micro wins. Forget grand goals like be a millionaire. Try these instead. Save $5 a day. Learn 10 new words a week. Do 10 push-ups. Write 100 words. Small wins feel insignificant until they stack, and once they do, they're unstoppable. Step 3. Build a habit loop. Every habit needs cue, routine, reward. Cue, alarm goes off. Routine, 10-minute walk. Reward, feel sharp, energized, and proud. Design your life so good habits become automatic. Step 4. Track the chain. Use a habit tracker or simple calendar. Every day you hit your 1%, mark it. This builds momentum, and humans crave momentum. Missing 1 day? Fine. Missing 2? Dangerous. Because 2 becomes 10. 10 becomes your identity. Step 5. Automate wealth habits. This is crucial. Set up automatic transfers to savings. Invest through auto debits. Unsubscribe from spending triggers. Track your money once a week. Make wealth building unavoidable, not optional. You think millionaires get rich by making huge moves every day? Wrong. They build through boring repetition. Warren Buffett reads 500+ pages a day. James Clear wrote 2 blog posts a week for years. Kobe Bryant shot thousands of free throws before sunrise. Success isn't sexy, it's subtle. And the people who win, they fall in love with the process, not the prize. Because they know the future is built in silence. There's a version of you 12 months from now, earning more, thinking sharper, living freer, commanding your time. But that version doesn't appear out of nowhere. They're built through today's habits. So ask yourself, what's the 1% I can improve today that changes everything tomorrow? One new thought, one small action, one better decision. That's the pivot. That's the power. That's your edge. Success is compound interest in human form. And the crazy part? You're always compounding, whether you're aware of it or not. You're either compounding wealth or compounding regret. So the question isn't, can you be successful? The question is, will you act small, long enough to go big? Your next level is built in tiny reps, and they start today. If this video gave you clarity, now it's time to go deeper. Because habits build the foundation, but mindset, that's what holds the empire together. So don't stop here. Watch this next. The mindset that builds millionaires. It's the mental operating system that takes your 1% efforts and turns them into exponential success. Click now. Keep building. Keep rising. Your 1% starts now.